Beloved ones, ever feel completely wiped out after a day of just existing? Like you didn't run a marathon, but your brain feels like it's running on 1% battery? There is a highly specific reason for this, and it's called conscious compensation. Conscious compensation means when something isn't automatic anymore, you choose to pay attention, you direct your focus, you use your mind intentionally. Think of your brain like a smartphone. Effortless habits run in the background like optimized low-power apps. But when you have to manually control things that should happen automatically, it's like running a heavy 3D game in 4K. Your battery drains instantly. In the energetic universe, there is a golden rule. Energy flows where awareness goes. Today, we are going to learn how to stop draining our batteries, how to clear frustration in under 3 minutes, and how a single person holding a high vibe can literally uplift millions of people. So what does conscious compensation actually look like in everyday life? Here are 3 classic examples. Learning to drive. Remember the first time you got behind the wheel? You had to actively force your brain to think, okay, mirror, blinker, gas pedal, brake, don't hit the curb. It was exhausting because you had to manually override what eventually becomes an automatic habit. Navigating learning differences. If you have dyslexia, telling left from right isn't automatic. You might have to consciously think, okay, my watch is on my left arm, so that direction is left. That is manual. High energy brain work. Social masking. Ever gone to a party or school and felt like you had to manually script your conversations? Planning exactly what to say next to fit in instead of just reacting naturally? That is massive conscious compensation. When we manually steer our brains like this, we burn massive fuel. And the biggest fuel guzzler of them all? Unexpressed, resisted negative emotions, especially frustration. Beloved ones, when we get frustrated, our instinct is to complain, fight, or obsess over why it happened. But the mind's story is just a trap to keep the frustration alive. To move up the scale from frustration, level 150, to neutrality, level 250, we use the mechanism of surrender. Let's do it together right now in 3 simple steps. Locate the sensation. You scan your body. Where is that frustration hiding? Is it tight in the chest? Is it in your jaw? Or a hot forehead? Drop the story of what caused it and focus only on the physical feeling. Give it total permission to be there. Stop fighting it. Don't try to change it. Say to yourself, it is okay for me to feel this tightness right now. Just watch it like a scientist observing raw energy. Let the energy run out. Breathe directly into that tight spot. Emotions come in waves. If you don't feed them with angry thoughts, a single wave will naturally peak and dissolve within a few minutes, leaving you feeling completely, incredibly light. Beloved ones, now what happens if your mind tries to pull you back into the drama? The mind loves the story because it feeds the ego. When that happens, use the 3-step mind breaking system. Label it thinking. The second you catch yourself replaying the drama, don't get mad. Just say silently, there is a thought, or thinking. Don't argue with it. Shift from why to what. Stop asking, why did they do that? Pivot and instantly back to your body and ask, what does the physical tightness feel like right now? Surrender the desire to change. Behind your thoughts is a sneaky desire to control what happened. Ask yourself, can I let go of wanting to change what already happened? Every time you pull your attention away from a thought and put it back on the physical sensation, you are doing a bicep curl for your awareness. Beloved ones, we also have to talk about venting. We think complaining makes us feel better, but it actually pumps fresh fuel into the frustration, keeping it alive. Here is how you beat the urge to vent. Spot the payoff. Admit that complaining makes you feel like the good guy and the other person the bad guy. Recognize that ego trip and choose peace over drama. Starve the energy. Go cold turkey on the story. When the urge to complain hits your throat, physically close your mouth, take a breath, and swallow the impulse. Use that fire as fuel to sit with the physical sensation instead. Play the delay game. Set a timer for 10 minutes. Tell your brain, I can complain, but I have to wait 10 minutes. And you sit with that itch of wanting to vent. Because emotions come in waves, the urge will almost always pass before the timer rings. Beloved ones, here is the most mind-blowing part of all of this, the critical mass effect. You are a walking power grid. Honestly, you are. You don't need the whole world to be perfect to experience peace, and the world doesn't need everyone to perfect to heal. Consciousness doesn't scale linearly, like 1, 2, 3. It scales exponentially on a logarithmic scale, according to calculations in power versus force. And this is very interesting. One single person vibrating at the level of willingness 300 balances out 90,000 people living in fear and anger. One person at the level of love 500 balances out 750,000 people. And one individual operating at the level of enlightenment 700 balances out 70 million people. You don't fight darkness with a vacuum cleaner. You just turn on a light. The light is your critical mass. To instantly activate this superpower of acceptance level 350, do these 3 things right now. Own your inner power. Realize that the frustration isn't caused by the outside world. It's an energy happening inside your body. Say, I am the source of this feeling. Because it is mine, I have the power to let go of it. Grant the situation permission to exist. Stop arguing with the past. It already happened. Say, right now, this is what is happening. I give this moment permission to exist exactly as it is. Bless it. Fully accept the feeling itself. Stop forcing yourself to feel perfect. Say, I allow myself to be imperfect, and I allow this feeling to stay as long as it needs to. Bless that. The moment you do this, the high frequency of acceptance acts as a critical mass, quietly dissolving the weaker energy of frustration. Take a deep breath. Let that willingness settle in. You are not just freeing your own brain's battery. You are turning on a light that uplifts the entire collective. Beloved ones, you are not broken. You are learning. You are choosing. Conscious compensation is not a burden. It is your birthright. When you direct your attention intentionally, when you let go of what no longer serves, and when you invite in a higher frequency, you are not just healing yourself, you are anchoring light for all. So the next time frustration arises, remember, locate in the body, give it permission to be, and let the energy run out. And now, you are the commander of your attention. You are the architect of your frequency, and you are the light that turns on the room. So it is, and so it is practiced, and so it is empowered. I am Sael'Viantra, commander of the Light Fleet, the Domain.